All right. Today's date is April 9th, 2018 at 6:30. This is the regular council meeting. I call the meeting to order. Please join me for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Roll call, we have Councilmember Johnson, Councilmember Hutchinson, myself, Councilmember O'Regan, and missing is Councilmember Carlson. Do we have any additions or deletions to the agenda? Can you guys hear me back there? Mm-hmm. Good? Okay. No deletions or additions. All right, then we'll move forward and we'll go to, I'm looking for a motion for the consent agenda from A to E.
I would make that motion.
Motion made by Hutchinson, looking for a second.
Second it.
Second by Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Planning and zoning. Pat.
We don't have anything actionable to come to the council. We did have a good meeting. We're working on updating some ordinances, but they're still in progress.
Perfect. Does anybody have anything for the planning and zoning? All right. I don't know if we have anything for the building department. Does anybody have anything for the building department? All right, we'll skip that. We'll go to whole business. And it looks like we have Music in the Park by Bob Jenkins, page 12. Bob, you have the floor.
Okay, we would like to have city funding for this. Because I noticed that we and Junefest both have LEAP. And I'm wondering, do you have a list of their committee? Do you have one of mine? Do you have one of theirs? And I am requesting from the Lions Fund, there's $35,000 in it, and I'm requesting $3,000.
From the Alliance Fund? Oh, the gambling fund.
Yeah, the 10% that they pay the city.
Okay.
And I've talked to Ted Fiber, I don't know if any of you are familiar with him or not. He's from Brainerd, and the Oak Chapel Gospel Band, but they play country western, they play western, they play gospel, a little bit of everything. And so those are two I'm talking to.
Okay.
And so I would like to request $3,000.
Is that it? Okay. Council heard Jenkins. I'm looking for a motion. Do you have anything you guys want to discuss?
Nope, I do not.
Okay,
How would that work, excuse me?
go ahead.
How would that work? I don't understand how this works with the Lions.
Well, you have to ask either Darcy or Lacey.
Yeah, I can explain that to you. So, anytime anybody has got gambling in the city has to give 10% to the city. That's why they call it the 10% funds.
Okay.
we can donate that to certain groups as long as it's within the guidelines of what we can donate. That's what he's talking about. And we do have, I think, like 30,000 in that account.
Bob, how many events were you talking?
2 in July and 2 in August. And they would both be Saturday afternoons. All 4 of them would be Saturday afternoons,
Are you talking like 1 to 2 hours?
about 2 hours.
Okay.
Have you, Bob, have you itemized, I know you gave us a handwritten one a while ago, but you've never really officially itemized all the expenses you're gonna have.
Yes, I did.
Is that the one that was the handwritten one that you gave us?
Mhm.
Okay. And that was,
There was advertising, but the advertising would run, but the music at that point would run, and that kind of thing was in there somewhere. Because also, you have a list of the LEAP officers, and I think you have another, oh, you have a list of my committee somewhere too.
I don't know if I ever have that. Did you recall getting a list for his committee?
I think we did a while ago.
Yeah,
I believe it was a while ago.
and the committee has not changed.
Okay. So I'm looking for a motion. If we don't get a motion, then we just have to move on. Anybody want to do a motion, either yea or nay? All right, I'm hearing none, so no motion. It's squashed.
Mr. Chair, point of information. I talked to get back to, I'll get around again. I talked to one of your wives
Okay,
at a meeting I was at and told her what I was going to do. So at the following city council meeting, it got done. In other words, I was requesting information on how much the Lions had given the city and what percentage they get. So,
but here's the deal, our wives, none of our wives or partners have
No,
anything
but
to do with
I'm-
this.
my point is that shortly thereafter, the thing got brought forward.
Okay,
And so I know that when I was on British Council, would have you, when I would talk to my wife or whatever, and sometimes, most of the time, if somebody would tell her something, she'd tell me.
no, that could be the case, not all of them.
Well, but I'm assuming that happened because of the way it happened.
Okay.
And I'm just curious to see what,
That really doesn't pertain to the request here, so anyway.
yeah, it does.
No, we
It
don't.
relates to funding.
We need to move forward. Now, here's what I'm gonna tell you, is that this is your third request from the city for money, right? The city has denied 2 of those requests, and the third one now, they didn't make a motion. What I'm gonna tell you is that I would expect that they're not gonna change their mind, just so you know. So you have the right to keep bringing it forward, but they also have the right to not make a motion to deny it, just so
Point
you
of information then.
No, we're done, we're gonna move forward. All right, let's go to the second one, which is, any unfinished business for the old business at all that needs to be brought forward? No. A new business, we have a request to follow or allow more than 3 dogs on the property. It's Charlene Wilson and Christopher McComb, page 13 and 14. Charlene, are you here?
Yes.
Okay, you want to talk about this?
Well, I was under the assumption that we could have 5 animals, and it wasn't specified what breed. That was back when I moved in here.
Okay,
And we just now recently got 2 husky puppies, which puts us at 4 dogs. And we were just wanting to keep the huskies.
how old are the huskies?
Oh gosh, how old are they?
They're gonna be, at the 12-week,
3 months?
yeah, the 3-month thing here very shortly.
Okay,
And so we wanted to try to resolve this before that. Our intentions are to tear down the existing coop that we have there and the fencing that's there where the chickens are,
okay,
and get rid of that, and then check back in to see what the ordinances are for building a fence for a kennel and a dog run, and then go from there.
okay.
That's kind of the plan.
Have you guys talked to Darren Willie, our zoning administrator?
When we did the chicken coop and when we did the planning for all that, we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might be good to touch base with him. We are in the middle of changing ordinances and some things, I don't know if we've changed that.
No, we have not yet. I don't
Okay.
think we've addressed it yet.
Correct. So, but at some point, it's at 1709 point something is, and I think our ordinance says 3 adult animals. And if they're 3 months or younger, they're not considered an adult, which would be, so you're right up there where you're talking about. And then I think it states in there that you have to have permission from the council to have extra, and that's what you're here today for.
Yeah, and that's why we're here to make sure, we didn't know, we come into license and we got all the vet bills taken care of and the shots and the tags and the rabies and all that good stuff, and then we come to register and license and we're like, uh-oh, okay.
Right.
You know, obviously we didn't know.
Well, the other thing is, you know, it depends on, the hard thing for, and I'm just gonna say this and let the other council talk whatever they want, but you know, it's hard for us to go against what we have and set in place, and part of that is because you get the one person that's not responsible, and they end up ruining it, you know what I mean? So you guys might be just fine with holding 4 dogs, but that's kind of the concern, is that we're worried about, you know, can a person manage 4 dogs and keep them locked up, keeping them taken care of, make sure they don't bite somebody, and make sure they're on their property, stuff like that, and that's kind of why we have that, but I'll turn it over to the other council, see what they want to do.
I don't know if this makes any difference, but are you in the country at all, or?
No,
in
we're
the
No, we're
city?
right next to the post office, and we've had chickens and geese and ducks for the past probably 3 years without any complaints, without any letters from the city or anything like that. We've had some issues with our neighbor in the back, and we try to resolve the best we can with them, believe me. You know, we take them fresh vegetables out of the garden and, you know, have them baked zucchini bread and everything that we could possibly have done with that.
And I'm aware of that, he has talked to me, but
Yeah.
I've not found any violations that I know of when I
And so-
drove by or looked, so.
You know, so we kept it clean and orderly and everything, and we just, the chicken business, we were into the farmers markets, and we were doing chickens and hens and vegetables and doing seniors things, and we kinda got out of that for the simple fact because we're not out in the country, and it's very hard to, you know, at one time, our place out in the country, we had over 600 animals there. Our food bill just for our chickens alone was $1,200 a month. You know, so as far as animal husbandry or taking care of animals, our success rate on our chicks was 99%. You know, so we're not perfect, no. And they are hoodlums, and we don't like letting them out at all without, you know, being on a leash, because they do like to run, you know, so.
Yeah, I'd just like to ask, in your request to have 4 dogs, are there any extenuating circumstances that would be considered?
We did get rid of Chewy, which was our one dog a while back, for that simple reason of biting people. And Chewy was our special needs son's dog. And yeah, you're kind of the next replacements. They came as a pair, unfortunately. So I took them, you know, and brought them back for Valentine's Day.
It's unfortunate, yeah.
So how did you leave?
I left it open.
Sure, hard work for
No,
us.
they were gonna turn it over to, or have, weren't they going to check with somebody?
Oh, to Darren, but I already talked to Darren.
He would just bring it back to us.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're doing exactly what Darren requested them
I
to
mean,
do.
if need be, we did check into, having, the animals licensed as, what do you call it, special needs, dogs, things like that. The schooling and the licensing fees and stuff, we just don't know if we're gonna move forward with that, although that was an option too.
Are these males or females?
They're both females.
Okay, are you planning on raising them then, or?
Keeping them,
Yeah,
I mean, as far as
But
breeding and
breeding?
stuff, no,
No.
we don't have no intention of breeding.
as soon as they're old enough,
As soon
they're
as they're
gonna
old enough,
get
they're
fixed.
gonna be fixed.
Okay. All right. I don't know, how you guys
Well, being
feel?
an animal lover, I've gone to get a puppy and came home with two, so I know what it's like.
Yeah, it was the runt.
Yeah. And my concern as a citizen here is, you know, I often get stray dogs that come up to my fence, and then my dogs start barking, and then the neighbor's dogs. So for me, I'm concerned about the barking. It is really unfortunate, you know, but I guess that's my main concern is the barking.
I don't think
My
you're
concern
going
is,
to run.
what reason can we give if somebody else comes forward and says they wanna have 4 dogs? And they say, well, you let these people have 4 dogs, so you have to let me have 4 dogs. And we have to be able to say why we allow them to have 4 dogs. And that's why I was asking about extenuating circumstances. I mean, what reason do we have to give for allowing 4 dogs, is what I'm asking.
Well, and I know that your neighbor there will not be happy already.
Oh, in the back?
Yeah.
Oh, he'll be ecstatic that the chickens aren't there no more.
Well, yeah, that'll help, but. Yeah, well.
He don't live there half the time anyway.
No, he's gone in the winter, you're right. Steve, what do you have any concern?
I have mixed feelings on it, because I also absolutely, I couldn't work in a dog kennel. I look at them and I want to bring them home, so I know what you're saying. But, you know, I don't know what to say. We have the ordinance, again, like Pat said, this and that, and as hard as it is sometimes, I guess you just have to follow that. And
So here's the deal, we're gonna go take a vote on it, but it sounds like they're all kinda opposed to it, but we'll vote on it here to see, make sure. But this is nothing to do personal with you guys, it's one of the things that, we're pretty tough on ordinances. We've, for many years, ordinances have not been followed, and I think the new council has really been trying to stay firm with the ordinance, or at least changing the ordinance then if we have enough requests. But at this point, we'll go back to a vote, I'm looking for a motion.
Well, none of us wants to make a motion to deny it, but I can't see a reason.
What if they were both registered special needs dogs?
I don't know if you can do that, but you have 2 special needs kids, or?
No, I've got one.
We've got one, if you actually go by the schooling and whatnot, then we've got 3.
Okay.
If you go by,
But 3 would be, you're allowed to have 3. I mean, that's, other than that, the extra
Yeah,
4.
but I didn't even know about the ordinance.
Right, I get
Because it was
that,
when, what's her name was still here.
Yeah.
And she told me I could have 5 animals. She didn't specify on what they were supposed to be.
right.
so what's the ordinance on pigs?
Hang on, we're in the middle of a vote now, so we really can't interrupt, okay? I should have stopped you the first time, I gave you a little leeway there, so sorry
I
about that.
apologize.
Go ahead, Pat.
Well, I was just saying, I mean, none of us really wants to say no, but we're looking for a reason to approve it, and I don't see a reason other than they have 4 dogs and they would like to keep the 4 dogs. And as Steve and Amy have both said, they'd like to bring home a lot of dogs too, but that's what I'm afraid we're gonna run into. If we approve this without a reason above the fact that they want the 4 dogs is we're gonna have other people coming in saying they wanna have 4 dogs or 5 dogs. And if we do that, we need to look at the ordinance.
Pet cleanup.
I mean, I'm not trying to tell you people that I don't want you to have the dogs. I'm just saying that's how the ordinance is. So,
You making a motion?
I haven't made one yet.
We have to make one. And I encourage you guys all to make motions.
Yeah. Well, I guess I will, it breaks my heart to have to say this, but I think we need to deny the request.
Okay, motion made by Hutchinson, I'm looking for a second.
I'll second it.
Seconded by Johnson. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Sorry about that, guys.
I have one question. What's the ordinance on pigs in town?
You know, ask,
Little
that,
potbelly pigs?
you wanna
We were
cut?
actually just discussing that
Yes,
at our
I might
last.
have a, I might
They
have
make a lot of noise outside too.
apparently didn't wanna know.
Guess not. It's in the ordinance though.
Yeah, so I was gonna give him Darren's card to give him Darren, to Darren.
It was very unfortunate, but
All right, next one is Motley Middle School, Amanda Johnson. She Community Recycling Art Project, page 15 and 16. Basically, we approved this a year ago for her to put art on the poles, and the electric company, Minnesota Power, approved it. And now the art is like bad or got old looking, so she wants to take it off, put new on there. I don't even know if she needed to have them, bring this forward again, honestly. I thought we kind of approved it as long as she takes care of it. But looks like she's looking for another, be on the agenda, so. Amanda, you're not here, right? Nobody here, Amanda? No, okay. All right.
This is the one where she has the students do it.
yeah.
Go ahead.
What about a timetable for those? Because towards the end, they didn't look good.
Do we
They
wanna,
look junky.
how about we let her have it for the summer until pull them off in the fall?
I think
Because
something,
By
yeah.
the time the sun beats on them, they do start looking a little more ratty.
Mhm.
And she had mentioned also if we, thought they should come and get replaced, that, maybe we should have contacted her sooner.
Great.
But we could just put it in the new motion then, follow on standing motion, she can put it on there, but in the fall, needs to take them off before winter. That would make sense to me.
So take them down or replace them by, say, October.
Well, I think, yeah, or take them down and leave them off, one of the two, till spring, Because wintertime with all that salt and plowing and stuff, they just don't look good, even if they were new. I'd say take them off, leave them off till spring.
I'll make a motion that it's okay, but take them off by October 1st and leave them off till springtime.
Okay. Got a motion from Johnson, looking for a second.
I'll second that.
You said October 1st?
Yes.
Okay. And second by O'Regan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Let's see, I got that one on. In approval submitted grant for Staples Motley Community Foundation. And there's no page on that.
Okay, that's my stuff.
Oh, is that yours? Okay.
They had requested a list of items or ideas for things in town, and I gave them a list of what I thought some ideas. They said to go ahead with the grant application. I'm working on that, but it says you need some kind of, basic approval to submit the grant request by formally accepting fiduciary and reporting responsibility for the grant. So I need something, or I assume I should have something before I submit the things that I have permission to go ahead and do that, and we'll do what we're saying we're gonna do once, if we do get awarded that.
Okay. Okay, looking for a motion. Oh, you.
Is that the same grant that was discussed at the park
Yes.
committee? Okay.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, motion made by O'Regan, looking for a second.
I'll second it.
second by Johnson.
next time.
Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carries. D is special events permit for June Fest 2018 by Bruce Brotherton. Bruce, go ahead, that's page 17 and 24. 17 through 24.
Yeah. Barb couldn't make it, so I'm gonna stand in and hopefully I can do as good a job as she did for representing this, but, we got the application for June Fest this year. I got a bunch of the supporting stuff in there, kind of think what we're gonna be doing. And so I guess the first part of it's just the, approval for the special event application, I guess.
So we're looking for a motion to approve the special event application, or permit, I guess it is.
I would make the motion to accept the permit.
Motion made by Hutchinson, looking for a second.
Second.
Second by Reagan. Any more discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign, motion carries.
Okay, moving on, we're doing pretty much the same layout as last year. It looks like we're gonna have the fire department do some, or are going to do some water war type stuff. We're looking at maybe some, square dance, stuff like that to fill in some other things. Page 24 has kinda got a list all the items we're trying to get rolling this year, provided we get enough money and that kinda stuff, and our tentative schedule based on that. Along with, on the second half of that page is what's happening at the fairgrounds too. We were trying to figure out how to keep from conflicting with them as much as possible, but, there's been a letter sent out requesting funds and that kind of stuff, and, page 26 is kind of our rough draft, budget, what kind of expenses we got. I see we're also looking at, with this fun run, doing some t-shirts and water bottles and stuff like that to give out to the kids that join that fun run, so I see that got missed on this list of expenses, but
Is that gonna be for like, you mean a run around town or something?
it'll be on the parade route, a mile around, and then it sounds like they're gonna do some activities or some kind of obstacle course, something like that at the end.
Nice.
We're not sure of all the details. One of our newer members is taking care of that, so I'm coordinating that. At the bottom, our projected revenues, we've requested that. I'm not sure how much we've gotten in, and a lot of it's based on what we got last year. We do have some contributions from the Lions come in to help with some of the expenses, but we're still looking for any donations we can get to kind of help out, so. Yeah, and I guess we also need to financial support, allow us public, Brian and myself to help out, and approve the parade routes, the vendors, closing the streets and that kind of stuff, permits for street dance and beer garden, and that kind of stuff, so that's what we're asking for, I guess.
So Bob, we'll make it a little simple. So you want, is there a specific page where that's listed on there, Bruce?
Which part of it,
Let's do the funds on one.
okay,
You guys wanna do the funds on one and then approve the streets and our employees to help?
Where are you?
I guess
I'm just writing down, I don't really know where.
on page 17, it kind of, on the action requested, they kind of got a list of the type of things where, ways that the city could help support this, I guess.
Let's do this one first. Looking for a motion to approve their action request here on page 17.
includes financial support.
Oh, we'll leave the financial,
That's at the beginning.
you wanna add the financial support in it right away and just do it all in one, or what?
Either way, so it would work for me,
Okay,
from what I see.
what do you guys wanna do with the financial support? I think last year we gave them 3,000.
Bruce, do you remember what we did the year prior? Cause last year was a centennial, I know.
It was, yep, and I don't remember what we, for that was, no, I don't remember.
The thing that I gotta say, that they have run a really good, it's a fun day. Last year came to it, and they do spend money to make it a community event. I think that's important.
We're trying hard, but,
Cause last year
we're
they had,
begging wherever we can, cause it's getting to be a lot of expense here.
yeah, that's the problem. We're, do you remember how many people you got last year about?
I don't know if we ever had an actual total. We kinda got rained out. This year we're doing things a little different, I should mention, we had the pig races last year, we're not gonna do them at all. It was something we had to charge for. This year we're gonna, kinda promote the skate park a little more. We're gonna have the demos in there and do some, lessons and that kinda stuff for these guys out of the cities. The Third Layer Skate Park is gonna come up, so that, it'll be a free event. And then same time we'll have, well, there'll be the kiddie tractor pull and then the water war type stuff going on, so it should be a lot of kids type stuff that won't cost people. So it costs us a little more, we're not getting the revenue back in, but it's, hopefully it makes it a little more family friendly. And
That's gonna be through LEAP again?
yes,
Somebody wanna make a motion?
I will make a motion that we approve this. And I guess the 3,000 that we did last year. I'll make that motion.
Okay, I got a motion
I'll second it.
by, motion by Johnson, second by O'Regan. Any more discussion?
So just to clarify, that's grouping
Everything
everything together,
together.
right, all the time and.
In this one paragraph here, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's what I understood.
All right, all in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries.
thank you.
All right, and then we move to, Bruce, is that not E, that LEAP, that's the same like request, right, the two together? You had D and E there? No, the one was application, never mind, I'm got behind one. So I need, looking for a motion for resolution 18-8, page 27.